Hello everyone, I have a collection of strikes on Russian vehicles for you here. I'm going to go through each video clip individually. These are from the 100th Territorial Defense Brigade of Ukraine, and it shows them repelling Russian vehicles on the Eastern Front, all between the 25th to 27th of December. First up, we can see a pair of Russian tanks moving along a road past a field. The first one of the tanks is hit and immobilized by something. I can't tell what, maybe a drone, but it hits it on the rear and the tank immediately grinds to a halt, so this was disabled. That causes the second tank to halt as well. Afterwards, FPV drone is sent in. You can see that it's the other tank which is hit by the FPV drone, the one which was forced to halt. So two tanks here, both disabled, very likely destroyed. Our next clip, we can see an abandoned BMP on the road. The FPV drone actually records something hitting the BMP on the front. That causes little damage. I'm not sure what that might be at all. The FPV drone circles slowly around its prey and then enters its back passage, always very painful. We then see the BMP as a burning wreck after the FPV drone detonates. Some excellent flying there by the operator. Before we check the geolocation of these, first a screenshot. So very close to the abandoned BMP, we can see another, presumably abandoned tank. This is a different one from the ones we just looked at. So 4 vehicles lost and abandoned in this clip. The 2 tanks were hit around the area of the marker. They were heading east towards Dibrova, so presumably hit whilst retreating back towards Russian lines. But deep states will tell us a bit more when we check that out. The BMP, some coordinates were given, but the geolocation didn't look correct to me, but this was said to be around this area as well. Before we check for videos, let's deep state these ones. So these tanks were a probe into Ukrainian controlled territory, actually destroyed quite close to the front lines. Dibrova, you can see is a frontline settlement, but these were actually in Ukrainian controlled territory when they were targeted and when they were destroyed. So this was a probe, a test of Ukrainian defences, and then on the way back, these got hit by Ukraine. Up next is the star of the show. This clip shows an MTLB getting hit and continuing onwards whilst on fire. I'm surprised it wasn't immediately abandoned after the fire started, but instead it continues at a high speed. And watch, even though it's been hit by a drone and is set on fire, the driver, though going fast, doesn't panic and still manages to drive the vehicle around obstacles such as craters. It's actually a pretty good bit of driving. I'm guessing the driver didn't stop because he feared a follow-up attack from another drone, so he wanted to get out of here first. We next see, after a little cut in the video, the MTLB rolling along. The fire is extinguished, but the MTLB is finished. Its back doors are open, so it looks like it has been vacated. It rolls into a building and then catches fire again. Here's the route this took. So the MTLB actually travelled quite a distance with its arse on fire, roughly 731 metres. I can only guess the driver wanted to get this MTLB out of the danger zone, which is why it didn't stop instantly. We looked at Dibrova on deep states earlier, but this is in a slightly different place. So in Dibrova itself, the MTLB heading into Dibrova from the south when it got hit by the drone. Here it is zoomed out, so Eastern Front, and before we finish, I'm going to give a mention to the ongoing fundraiser for OSTAB, who is part of a minesweeping unit looking to raise funds for replacement minesweepers to replace ones that were damaged whilst on duty. He requests it go to my PayPal, the link is in the description, then I'll send it to him once we've got a nice nest egg of funds for him. So that's it for this video, a short one, but one that I hope you found interesting anyway. If so, please click like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thanks very much, and take care everyone.